In 2020, the Minnesota Department of Agriculture joined the University of Minnesota in launching the statewide Cooperative Partnership for Local and Regional Markets. Supported by a 3-year grant from the USDA's Federal State Marketing Improvement Program, the statewide Cooperative Partnership is a collective effort between the state and university and more than 40 partner organizations to gather baseline data on Minnesota's local and regional markets that can be used to support market access and development for Minnesota farmers. In February of 2023, the partnership came together for a 2-day data party and workshop at the Wilder Foundation. This meeting was the culmination of 2 years of relationship building, knowledge gathering, and data collection. It was also the kickoff for the partnership's next phase of work to build a vision and identify strategies for supporting local and regional market development in Minnesota. The statewide cooperative partnership formed to develop a more equitable approach for data collection, with an understanding that more consistent and representative data about Minnesota's local and regional markets is a stepping stone to building out support for small and mid-sized farms and emerging farmers. Data about Minnesota's local and regional markets can supplement what is known from the USDA Ag Census, support development of data-informed programs and services, strengthen recommendations to policymakers, and support partners in responding to market needs through a collaborative approach. In its first year, the statewide cooperative partnership focused on building relationships and conducting research and community engagement to inform best approaches for data collection. Then in 2022, the partnership designed and launched 3 surveys to collect baseline data on Minnesota's local and regional markets. Data from all 3 surveys was shared with members of the partnership and other food system leaders at the data party and workshop. Together, attendees reviewed the data, shared their input on the stories that the data tells us, and identified data-informed action areas and strategies for building more equitable access to market opportunities.
It's astonishing to me how valuable it was yesterday to have dedicated time with this whole group of people to really dig into the data, look at it carefully, and discuss it.
Because we're providing services and programs and leadership to the over 350 farmers markets in the state, we need to know what direction we need to take this.
This is very critical. Data is huge. Data is telling the stories of the farmers. This is just the first step.
It's important for us to bring forth the message that everyone should participate in the data gathering endeavor, because without that knowledge, it's going to be hard to move where our system is at for small to medium-sized food growers.
We know the agricultural census is not representative of the smaller scale, the specialty crop producers, immigrant and minority farmers, and beginning farmers. They often don't get into that pipeline of getting the notices about the ag census, and they're not really sure what it's about. So even if they see it, they may not take it, may not think it's for them. Having this survey that was specifically targeted to some of those groups, we're seeing much more representation compared to the ag census of those groups.
I work at the Hmong American Partnership. We represent the Hmong community here in Minnesota. Farming and agriculture work is in our DNA. The farming here, the farmers and farmers market vendors is huge here in Minnesota. So being part of this data collection is so important to make sure that our voices, my community's voices, is heard.
I think we need to transform the vision of farmers. We are business people. If we have the ability to sell our products on different markets or different levels, it can be more succeed for the farmer. I think it's what MDA and other organizations they're looking for.
We need those data points to inform the work that we're doing. We need those data points to inform policy. We need those data points to inform how we as an agency can go back and look at the work that we're doing within the regional food systems or just food systems in general.
Having hard data that we can reflect on, we can map exactly where we need to go with the services that we provide. And then also that data is then a tool for us to go to the Capitol and have proof of why we need to continue to support our local farming community and our local food system.
I think it's very important to continue this work and broaden the scope of the work, which obviously needs funding and infrastructure, especially with our Emerging Farmers Office.
There are just many, many ways that we can use this data to understand better and to verify or sometimes challenge some of our assumptions that we've had working in this space. This event is going to pay a lot of dividends down the road.
I'm hopeful that we can continue to do this work, especially with our partners. Engagement, outreach, communication is so critical as a foundation for us to be successful in service delivery.
The data that we're learning, the combination of it all, we're able to make a greater impact.
Just really grateful for this opportunity to participate and ready to get right to work.